Hello everyone and welcome to English 3379, which is a completely online course. This is Susan Garza. I am your instructor for the course, and I just wanted to make this video to kind of go over some intro stuff, kind of show you where things are in Blackboard, and just give you a little bit of an overview to start with. But first, let me say I hope everyone's doing well and that you made it through all of the Hurricane Harvey situation okay. For those of you who did suffer and maybe still are struggling, I want you to know that, I just pray that everything gets better for everyone quickly, and don't hesitate to reach out and let me know how I might be able to help you. And anyway, I'm glad that you are here, and if some of you are here later than sooner, we're glad you could join us whenever you're able to make it as well. Okay, when you go into Blackboard, you will see something similar to this. Mine's the teacher version, so I have a lot more junk than you guys will see, but I think when you log into the course, this is what you will see, or at least this is where it takes me. You can see notifications and then start here. This is general information about the technology, how Blackboard works, where you can go for help and assistance, so make sure to check all of that out and use any of that would be helpful or useful to you, especially if you've never taken an online course before. Announcements. I use announcements for things that are not related to specifically to the course, things happening on campus or things like that. And you can see here I have one announcement already about Hurricane Harvey. This is some stuff that the university's been sending out, so I just posted that info for you here. And as we get more information related to that, I'll add to this. But that's the announcements. Then you have the syllabus link. Now the most important part for what we'll be doing, this is kind of where everything you'll need is. This is the schedule. Now for this class, I have all work is due by Sunday midnight on the date posted. One quick thing I'll say about due dates, since we do know that people are having issues related to Hurricane Harvey, my general late assignment, my general late policy, I won't be following that very closely. So, if you need a little bit more time on something, just let me know. We'll work on that. But if you'll just keep up as best as you can with the work that's due each week, you'll not have any problems. And everything builds. We'll read stuff that will help us do the activities and assignments, and we'll work on things as we go along, and you'll be gathering information for the bigger projects that, once you get to the projects, you'll have a lot of the work already done. So if you just every week keep up, then you'll see that really helps a lot. So when you click and open one of these folders, you'll see what's due. You will, a lot of the information I house on my wiki site. This is my main site. You can see here's an activity. And this is on my page that I use. It's basically my teaching website. You can see here, these are two of my kiddos I have at home. This is Mr. Bear and this is Miss Maisie. And I also have a cat. Her name is Molly, although I don't have a picture of her on here. So, I'll be in trouble for that. Okay, so now the book, we do have two books for the class. For this first week, I have put to read chapter 1 of the Killian text, but I also, I've given you here a PDF of actually it's the first and second chapter of Killian. because I know, sometimes it's kind of hard to get your book right there at the beginning of the semester. But, after the first week, you want to get that, because we will use both books. We'll read pretty much everything in both books. We'll use them every week. So you definitely, need the books for this course, and you want to get those as soon as possible. Now you will turn in your work. Oh, wait, let me talk about email first. Blackboard messages, we don't really use that much. Email, that's where you can send an email to me. Generally, use this email for things that are only, relate to you more of a personal nature, not like questions about assignments or things like that. So, but the email, is there for you to use. Now, the discussion forum is where you will turn in your work. And you can see here for some of the first assignments that are due, I've got the postings for those. Now I want to talk just a minute about the updates forum. You are required to post in the updates forum every week. What the updates forum basically functions as, it's like if we were in a face-to-face class, what we do in the updates forum is what we would do when we would be in class together. So you have to read everything in the updates forum. You can't just go and look and kind of, read a little bit or pay attention to a little bit. I'll post a lot of things here that, explain things. You guys will post stuff that will be useful to each other. A student may ask a question that's something you've been thinking about. So it's very important that you look at everything in the updates forum. And it won't take you that long. I mean, you can skim everything in the updates forum, for a week. It might take you, 5 minutes most of the time, maybe a little bit longer on occasion. But you are required to post at least once a week. And it can be something, generic. You can talk about something you've been doing or some activity that's coming up. It doesn't even have to be about the class. Now, it can be about the class. I'll post stuff. You can comment or respond to something I post. Now, sometimes I will make a post and it will have a specific question, something very specific for you to respond to, and I will, make a note on there that you are required to respond to that. So that would be like in class if I said, okay, everybody get out a piece of paper and we're going to do a little activity, and I had you write down, answers to questions or something like that, and then you turn it in for credit. So if you don't respond to questions, in the update forum, then you're not going to get credit. So you get points every week for posting in the updates forum. So you have to post at least once, you yourself, something, whatever, and then on the occasion that I post something that I'm asking you to directly respond to, you have to post to that also. So make sure you do that. Make sure you keep up with that. Okay, other than that, there's other helpful stuff here, links to video tutorials about Blackboard, other stuff that might be useful to you. And then down here, if you don't know much about Blackboard, the Grade Center, that's where you can go and see, that you've gotten your points and turned in all of your work. So make sure to keep track of that. Anyway, that's kind of the general overview of the course, and I really enjoy teaching this course. People find it to be interesting, writing for the web. I mean, that's something really we do all the time, and more all the writing we do is is in a digital environment, or is going to be shared digitally in some way. So it's really interesting, and we do some projects, and you learn a lot about the things that you ordinarily do and look at and see that you might not think about, new ways to look at it and think about it and kind of analyze it. So anyway, I'm happy to have all of you as part of this group, and I'm looking forward to a good class. And please let me hear from you, and let me know whatever questions you have or how I might be able to help you. And I will Talk to you soon.